Hi, I'm Lynne from Eating Ideas, and today we're talking about cooking with the kids. Pizza's always a winner, and today I'm going to show you how I make my scone based pizza. This is so easy for kids to make, and there's no messing about with yeast and stuff. The kids can choose whatever toppings they like, and if truth be told, it's not just for the kids, the adults love it too. So to make it, I have 175 grams of self-raising flour, 50 grams of butter that I've frozen and grated. You don't have to freeze it, but it makes it much easier to rub it in, and means that you don't overwork the mixture. I've got 1 teaspoon of mustard, half a teaspoon of salt, and 6 to 8 tablespoons of milk, but you may need a little bit more. 50 grams of grated cheese, still have to grate that. And a top tip is make a double batch of the dough, then wrap half of it in cling film, freeze it in case you ever have a pizza emergency, and just bring it out and use it as you need it. So in my bowl I have the self-raising flour and the salt. I'm just going to tip in the frozen grated butter and rub that in until breadcrumbs are formed. Next up, I'm adding a teaspoonful of mustard and the milk, and just bringing that together into a dough. Once it starts to come together, just get in there with your hands and bring it together until you've got a nice dough. If you need it, just add another spoonful of milk. We really don't want to overwork that dough. There'd be no kneading it or anything. And my top tip is, just because it's scone, if you work it, it'll go really tough. So my top tip is just to set it on a piece of parchment paper, roll it gently into a circle. You need just to add some flour to your rolling pin to stop it sticking. Not too much flour. Because we have it on the parchment paper, we don't have to lift it. We can just set the whole thing onto the tray and into the oven. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It's actually quite rustic like this. You can go as thin or as thick as you like. It's really up to you. So next up, we just pour over some passata or tomato sauce or tinned tomatoes, whatever you like, and just spread that out close to the edge. Don't make it too thick. Now the next decision is, do you want your toppings next or your cheese? I usually always put the toppings on first and then the cheese. But some wise person told me that really you should put the cheese on and then the toppings, so you can see what the toppings are. So that's what I'm going to do. On goes the cheese. Now I'm just going for a simple hard cheddar. You can go mozzarella, anything you want. Anything goes. Your pizza, your way. Let the kids decide what they want to put on. And today I'm just going very simple veggie pizza with red pepper, some spring onions and some mushrooms. You can put on whatever you want and just lay it out so that it looks pretty. And there goes the pizza into the oven, ready to bake. Should be good. So there it is, the scone based pizza. Really yummy. Another top tip is always use a block of cheese. You can buy pre-grated, but I find that it's got a funny coating on it, which makes it hard to melt. But you should use the block and grate it. And another thing is, if you ever have a block of cheese, this one's perfect, but if it has a little bit of white on it or a little bit of mould, cheese never really goes off. All you have to do is slice off all the surfaces and it'll be as good as new underneath.